Consumers 50 plus hope to remain active as long as possible and are especially interested in products that promote physical, mental, financial, and social vitality. We want accessibility and usability and we want that to be major considerations in all products and services for older consumers. There's a growing interest in universally designed products that appeal across age cohorts. And unlike previous generations of seniors who cut back after the age of 65 in terms of spending, baby boomers are likely to continue to keep spending and will be a major economic force simply because of our numbers. The 50 plus population is highly segmented, so we don't want to think of this as a homogeneous group because it's not. We're highly segmented on age, behavior, economic factors, health, and again, we really can't be considered homogeneous. The underlying theory in all of this is that we need to do things differently now. We can't continue to build sprawl. We don't have an infrastructure that can continue to support that. It's just not sustainable anymore. And folks want to see something different. We want to return to Main Street, where you could access services and entertainment within a short walk. So when I got here this morning, the first person that I talked to was Stan, and the first thing that he told me was that he moved to San Diego 13 years ago, and what did they do? They bought a place downtown. And why did they buy a place downtown? Because he can walk. He doesn't need a car to be there. I mean, he has one probably, but he doesn't need one because all the services that he needs, including the doctors, the resources, the entertainment services, the leisure services, it's all right there. It's like, that's what people are looking for. So last year was the first time in more than 9 decades that major cities across the nation's metropolitan areas actually grew faster than their combined suburbs, which is, it's a major change now, okay? At least temporarily, this puts the brakes on the long-standing staple of American life, the pervasive suburbanization of its population, which of course began when the automobile use began in the 1920s and moved into this present day, where more than half of the US population lives in the suburbs. But we are starting to notice a change. People are wanting to move back to the cities, they're wanting to move back to livable communities, whether that's actually in a city or in one of the smaller areas, in one of the areas that are building up their main streets.
This was another issue that we're responding to. Everybody wants to talk about everything. And we're embracing that here in our community as well as others. So we've got many more civic engagement processes where there's a lot of public meetings where we want to hear from the public and have the public help us design parks, help us design buildings, help us to design policies. Wherever we can have the public come in and tell us before we have preconceived notions, we want to hear from them. We televise our meetings. Everybody's heard about transparency and government matters from the audience. Many more people under matters from the audience in our communities now than ever before. We make decisions by committee. I'm sure all of you have formed your own committees and know all about the use of committees, as do we. We have ways the public accesses our cities through talk to the mayor, comment cards, bloggers, newsletters. And then I wanted to close with a quote that I found that I thought was really nice for today's presentation. It's by Samuel Ullman, the poet. He says, "Nobody grows old merely by living a number of years. We grow old by deserting our ideals. Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul."